gold nuggets when it comes to executive protection.
A Secret Service agent will take a for the president.
Our Prime Minister, Mr. Shinzo Abe, will visit.
Had these escorts understood their roles?
Projective and protective coverage. What's up, everyone? Thanks so much for tuning in. I have noticed that you guys have been a little stingy with those subscribe buttons and the like buttons, so please do me a favor, before we get started, hit the subscribe button down there, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss our content. We have a reality TV show in the pipeline that you guys don't want to miss, so hit it right now. Also, make sure you leave a comment after this video and watch this video till the end, because there are some gold nuggets when it comes to executive protection, which is not a very public field. I'm really teaching you guys a lot of secrets there, so make sure you watch till the end and leave a comment below. Thanks so much, everyone. And as a little thank you, I say thank you. Shinzo Abe, one of the most beloved and iconic prime ministers of Japan's recent history. How could it be that despite the fact of him being protected by some of Nara's finest local police officers, he was down?
Could Shinzo Abe's bodyguards have saved him in the 2.5 seconds between the first missed shot and the second round that fatally wounded him?
So here I have to say something. 2.5 seconds between the first round and then the second round that fatally wounded him. He didn't die on the spot, so he was brought to the hospital and later on died. There's a book that every protection agent, even Secret Service, has to read. It's called Just 2 Seconds from Gavin de Becker. And it's called Just 2 Seconds because of the fact that statistically, within 2 seconds, a can get around 6 shots or 6 off towards a protectee or towards a person. So you usually have around 2 seconds to react, and 2.5 seconds, that's a long time if your coverage is set up correctly.
8 security experts who reviewed footage of the former Japanese leader's assassination for Reuters suggest they could have shielded him or removed him from the line of fire. They also concluded that the failure to protect Abe from the second shot seemingly followed a series of security lapses in the lead-up. Koichi Ito is a former member of the Tokyo Police Tactical Unit.
About 10 police escorts were deployed.
Okay, guys, 10 police escorts were deployed. Having served in law enforcement and I was part of a special unit, I kind of have an idea of how that talk went with those police officers. I created this funny video, just watch it, but you'll understand the gist of it.
Gentlemen and ladies, listen carefully. Tomorrow is a great honor for the city of Nara. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Shinzo Abe, will visit. Headquarters has asked this department to provide his protection. I need 10 volunteers.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes when you're asked to do stuff that you don't really want to do or you're not even trained to do. And let's be honest, police officers are trained to enforce the law. A police officer is not trained to do private protection. That's why we have the Secret Service here in the US. That's why in Germany we have the BKA that is specially trained to protect public figures or at-risk figures. Just because you are a police officer does not mean you can protect people. I mean, when I look at my German police academy, it's probably one of the most extensive academies on the planet. It's 2.5 years of training and then another 6 months of special unit education. Guess how much I learned about private protection and private protection principles? Zero. Nothing. It's not covered. You learn everything about criminal law, about when can you do what, when can you handcuff a person, what do you have to do if you talk to witnesses? When do you have to accuse someone of having committed a crime? Things like that. What are the elements of a battery? What are the elements of trespassing, etc.? These kind of things you cover during police academy. You don't cover how do I protect a private individual. It's just not part of it. You're gonna go to a specialized training just like a SWAT unit. You don't magically learn how to be a SWAT operator in police academy either just because you might one day join. No, once you're ready to be a SWAT operator or once you pass the tests, then you're going to be taught these duties. Same goes with private protection or politician protection. You don't just learn it. The fact that they assigned local police officers, actually, it's very amateur move. I don't know why they did it. There was later on another incident. They seem to still do it that I'm going to cover.
Had these escorts understood their roles?
Yeah. What does it mean to understand your roles in private protection? And that's really the gist. After this video, you're going to know more about private protection and these police officers knew. The protection basics, the two big overarching concepts of protection are projective coverage and protective coverage. That's exactly what this gentleman probably that was with some kind of special unit within the Tokyo Police Department was referring to. What are those two? Projective coverage is the person, the protector in the protection detail that is going towards the threat. He is the one that disrupts aim and intercepts the person that's attacking. He's going to tackle him down. Doesn't need to be like a skilled martial artist or anything. It is literally just a person that runs towards him, charges towards him in an aggressive manner. This is already disrupting aim. And then he takes the person down with, just a tackle move, really. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. It has to be quick and efficient. And the protective coverage, that's what they were referring to earlier when they said no one was pushing him out of line of fire or shielding him. That's what the protective coverage does. The protective coverage is under 10 feet away from the protectee, from the principal, and he arm's length distance ideally, and he's the one that shields him, takes the bullet. He usually wears body armor, bulletproof vest, and then he evacuates the protectee to a nearby staged vehicle. Those two basics, those police officers have never heard of, because you see in the video, they're just standing around. The first shot goes off, one guy holds a suitcase up, not sure what that did. Second guy is not doing anything. If you want to see how he holds the suitcase up, make sure you go back. I don't know what he was planning to do, but none of those guys had any idea about protection. And I'm not blaming them. They were police officers and not specially trained for private protection. Just like a plumber is not suddenly a car mechanic just because they both deal with wrenches. Doesn't work like that. Let's check out how this was handled during Ronald Reagan's detail when there was an attempt on Ronald Reagan's life. And the Secret Service did a textbook response to the threat that was posed that day. Watch.
Car and Ray Shattuck. As soon as the shot, they grab the president and they throw him into the car.
Jim McCarthy shielded Reagan with his taking a bullet in the process.
Part of it.
Within moments, the limo sped away from a scene of chaos. Hinckley was buried under a mountain of Secret Service agents.
The old saying that, Secret Service agent will take a bullet for the president. If you look at the Reagan, McCarthy did do that, but he was trained to do that as well. And his heroic actions demonstrate that.
He was trained to do that. Exactly what those Japanese Nara police officers, which I'm sure they're great police officers, were not. And lastly, we're going to watch a few scenes from the European Bodyguarding Championship, which is obviously a very sterile environment, but you will see the separation of roles between projective coverage and protective coverage very clearly. Check it out. All right, that's the protect D that's waving. Projective towards the threat. The protective grabs the protect D and evacuate it. Again, projective coverage and protective coverage. And there we go, projective coverage again. That's how it's done. Like I said, this is obviously a championship. There's no real threat. There's not a lot of adrenaline. But if you train it like that, and if they're instructed on it roles and train it over and over, they're going to act correctly. If they're not trained on it, then they're just going to hold a suitcase up, hoping that it does something. All right, have a good day, everyone. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and get the conversation going. I want you guys to comment on this one. I really took a lot of time here, so leave a comment below. Have a good day, bro.